Do you ever feel like there may be a divine design for your life? A life that's so perfect in every way that it fulfills every single heart desire you have. I'm here to tell you, not only is it possible, but it is your birthright for you to come in alignment with your divine design. We have something within us that's unfolding in the moment to moment, now moment experience. And it's down to us to discover and uncover this life, this perfect design. This is when we start getting to be guided by intuition, guided by spirit, guided by the universe, but all happening inside you. We have this inner assessor, where we have like this inner assessor that's permanently kind of like picking out what feels right, what feels good. Back in the day, when we were hunter-gatherers, we would have had a part of us that would be sussing out what food to eat, what berries were good. We would try them. It was a lot more. I think it was a lot more furious back in the day. Like back in hunter-gatherer times, we were like those guys. Our ancestors were trialing and erroring hard to get us to where we are now, much more to a severe degree. Absolutely, if I eat that, I'm high risk of dying. Now we've refined this process, so we've come away from assessing the berries, assessing that kind of in the physical realm. Now we're coming into this inner guidance, which is coming into our intuition. And this is what's tapping into our now higher capabilities of being human. Going back to the evolution of where we are now, coming away from the animal kingdom. And these different varying degrees of assessment and analysis and trial and error we've been doing in the external world. But as we've taken this gradient line, we're now going from less looking on the physical world for our guidance and our analysis and our trial and error. We are now coming closer and closer to an inward perspective, which is paradoxically a higher capacity of understanding of being human. And it's with this higher capabilities that we have that we are now coming into this new horizon for understanding of being human and what's possible for us. We are now elevating to the next level. And for you, that means the discovery and the opportunity that these doors are open is for us to be able to finally come into this idea of our own unique divine design blueprint. Something that covers health, wealth, love, all of these beautiful areas that we want to be prosperous in. But up to this point, being in like survival paradigm, we've only been focusing on survival, which has limited our scope of vision for what's actually possible within our lives. But going back to what I previously said about this opportunity that's now sprouting within this human experience, we now having this opportunity for us to discover like our true heart desires, these higher capabilities of being human, which bring us sweeping into and this deep connection of listening to and revealing to us inwardly what our heart desires are. I've definitely processed through this. I've definitely processed through this clearing of different levels of understanding. I've definitely felt what it's like to be in survival paradigm. I've definitely now felt what it's been like to feel into my heart desires and see and observe what comes up into my consciousness. And the thing is, when we talk about our heart desires, we talk about this next stage up. Because this is like a brand new phase. We're at the horizon of this. We're like pioneers, trailblazers. For anyone watching this who's interested in this, you are one of the probably few that's kind of sprouting through at the minute. Although there seems to be more people gathering, talking about these topics. That we're now here to be able to really explore the contrast of what it was like previously, like the old story, to now this new story of heart desire. Because the contrast will be, when we get something that's in line with this divine design, it will be more than likely a flash that goes across your consciousness, that inwardly, like this inward flash. Maybe it's an image, maybe it's some words, maybe it's a feeling, but it will be something that just feels so like impossible, implausible, because you'll be viewing your life now from the old story perspective. And this is what, as a collective, we are governed by the old story. The old story that's been created over tens of thousands of years of the survival paradigm. So this is why it's like we experience this contrast, and that's why when we get heart desire, we're like, that can't be possible. It can't be. It just like it just can't. I was going to do an accent then, but I'm not gonna. Oh my God, where was I going to go with that? It's all good. And it just feels like such a stark contrast. But now we're coming into these higher capabilities, which are now becoming stronger and stronger within us. Our spirit, we now have these flashes of insight and these imagery of our heart desires of what's possible for our life. But whereas before maybe it would have been tossed aside, like, no, that just isn't possible. Back to survival, back to the old story that we've been, the collective old story of survival. But now this spirit is like this expansion that we're naturally going through as humans, but as deep spirits that fundamentally thrive and run and function on growth. We're at this tipping point now that these images that come up into our consciousness, into however that may be, in the myriad of kaleidoscope ways that may be, we are now, there's part of us now that's now like, that's possible. That is possible. And that, my friends, my beautiful friends, that is all we need. That is the winning gambit of all of this, like the antithesis. I think that's a word, I'm going to use it anyway. The climax of this is that little shift into our spirit and that inner knowingness that it's possible, that I can have everything I want, that I can do anything I want to do. I can go anywhere I want to go. My spirit and not only can my physicality, but my physicality and spirit can both expand, come harmonized, come into alignment, and then that's expressed into the physical domain. And that's all we need, my friends. That's all we need. We just need that innerness, that inner knowing to say this is possible. And it's from that everything in our external world just will start to fall into place. The harmony that just that bit of knowingness will cultivate within us will just help everything shift and move in favor of our heart desires. So feel into this, feel into your life, feel into any confusion you're feeling, feel into any frustration. Just feel into all of it. But just know we're in a shift. We're going through a massive shift. But just to increase any moments of awareness, of any of those moments coming in that feel not plausible, really feel into it. Question it. Question everything. I want you to question everything and say and feel that yes, and feel into that knowingness of, damn, this is possible. My heart desires, they are all possible now. Everything is now. Everything is met now. All your needs are now. Everything is now. And that, my friends, is a beautiful story. We're at a beautiful time in human history right now. Despite what the media says, ignore the media. Tune out to the noise. Tune off from the noise and come into your center. Come into this still small voice, this quietness, this inner communication. And let that be your focus and guide from now on. Yes. But much love, my friends. This is Alex signing off with another video. And I'll see you all very soon in the next vid, I'm sure.